Hello, my friends. I'm experimenting tonight with a pour, using up the last of my satin enamel. I'm going to pour right over this pour that's got a bit of a sheen to it. I hope that won't be a problem, but that's what I'm going to try. I used a bunch of Art Mind paints, which I mixed with a bunch of Floetrol. If this works, I'll tell you the ratios down below in the description. Have some three Art Mind metallics in gold, peridot, and sapphire, and some black and white Artist Loft. The white has the satin enamel in it. So let's give it a try and see what happens. What I want in the middle, I think we'll start with some white just to get it going. I love black next to gold. This feels a little thicker to me than normal. But it might be necessary over this canvas that's already painted. I've been holding on to this for a long time, wondering how I might embellish it, but nothing ever came to me, so I figured it was time to experiment with it. This was an experiment in itself, and I think I'll try it again. I used Artist Loft ready mixed pouring paints, and I thinned them down with water and then tried using a hairdryer with it, and I think it's got possibilities. I think I saw a lump. No silicone, of course. I'm going to have to go online and order some more supplies. My Michael's is closed. They don't even have that curb pickup thing I was hoping they might go with, but nope. I need black and white and maybe some more canvases and more satin enamel if I like the looks of this. So it's a strange time we're living in. I hope you're all well and will stay well. I hope this terrible virus will run its course sooner than later, and we can all get back to somewhat normal existence. Although the precautions that we're taking now, probably a good idea all the time, just to be more cautious about hand washing and being careful around those that are ill. Okay, that should be sufficient amount. I have some left over to add if necessary. Ooh, it's so pretty in the cup. Let's hope it's pretty on here. All right, here we go. I'm pretty much just going to do a straight pour. What's that? Must have come from the cup. If you've been, if you're in any of the groups I'm in on Facebook, you may see that I've been doing a lot of embellishing. I should show you some of those because I did the pours on YouTube, and then I took them a step further and did some embellishing on. Maybe next time I'll show you a few of those. I have a big show coming up in June, 2 big shows that both of them run the whole month, so I need twice the amount of inventory, but who knows if that's even going to happen, if we'll be back to normal by June. I don't know. Doesn't look that, certainly not a sure thing. Oh boy, well, that's very pretty at this point. I didn't have a lot of satin enamel left at all, so I don't expect to get that marvelous, too much of that marvelous cloud look that you get with that stuff, but maybe some. We shall see. I don't have any more paint to put around the edges, but I don't see the need for that. Maybe I needed more paint on there, but I just don't see the purpose of covering it and then tilting it all off. It just makes no sense to me, so I'm not going to worry about that. We'll see if I have a sufficient amount to cover the canvas, and maybe on this slick surface it'll slide around nicely. So okay. All right, well, let's go see what happens. That's very pretty right there. That the whole thing, actually, if you could see it up close, maybe you can. It's quite pretty at this stage. I hope it will continue. All right, here we go. Do I have any black left? I do. How much black do I have? Not a lot, but I like negative space as well. I'm going to put black in the corners here and over here. I might end up covering it up, but I'm going to try to preserve black in each of these corners, and maybe I'll just dump the rest of it here. I'll just roll it around the middle for a while and then go to the edges. It's kind of pretty. Bring that over there. And then I'll bring it over here. Kind of try to preserve that corner. Oh, this is kind of fun. If you can try to preserve this corner down here in black. So run it right up to it. And bring it back. If I keep this, I will frame it so I don't worry about the very, very edges. I can always paint that by hand. Seems to be moving just fine over this previous surface without any special preparation. Let's just hope it dries well. Yeah, that black I'm going to lose, but that was a tricky bit to try to maneuver and save that. And I'll step back and see if I want to even preserve those two corners, because it might look silly. I'm rather liking it, folks. To try it on a bigger surface, I didn't use much paint. That Art Mind, I only used 1 part paint to 8 parts Floetrol, I think. I didn't have much of it left, the Art Minds, and so I had to really stretch it, and I kept adding Floetrol, and it was still very thick, so I think I went all the way up to 8 parts. Okay, I'm going to set it down and look and decide if I want to keep those black corners. Oh my gosh, my husband's making a phone call at 11 p.m. Probably woke his golf buddy up. Well, anyway, I like the black, but I'm just not sure it's enough to be worthwhile. Maybe I should. I do like that contrast, though. I wonder if I can. Well, I'm going to cover up this corner, and yeah, I'll probably cover up the whole thing. Put it in a black frame if I keep it. have the same effect pretty much. This is only a 5/8 inch deep canvas, so I always frame this size. If it's not a deep, 1.5 inch canvas, I feel it needs a frame. It's just me though. It's rather pretty. I don't know that I kind of like that black down there. I wish it was bigger. I'm trying to visualize does it look funny with just one corner? This is quite pretty up there. Yeah, I think I'll stretch the whole thing, but next time I'm going to pre-pour a larger negative space and let that show. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to turn it this way for you. I want to get down there to that corner. I wasn't going to record this, but the problem I have is that I do things, and if it works, I don't remember what I did unless I have taped it. So I've just started to tape just about everything. Whether you ever see it or not is another question, but at least I have a record of it. What not to do sometimes. Wow. There are some really cool effects happening here. Sorry, I know you can't see much right now. I'll stop there. Whoa. That's pretty neat. As I said, I often embellish things, but this one I believe is a standalone piece. It's interesting enough on its own. I like it. Okay, let me take my gloves off and bring you down for a close-up, because there are some areas I think are worth seeing up close. Hold on. Okay. Look at that section there. Isn't that fun? Yeah, that's the best area, I believe. Yeah. Didn't get much of that cloud effect, but again, I didn't have much satin enamel left, but I'm pretty pleased with what I did get here. I'll be trying this on a larger canvas again. Well, there you go, folks. No base coat needed, and over a previous pour, so I'm pretty pleased. Okay, well, I hope you're all staying healthy and well, and I hope you're enjoying some painting time. Take care, folks, and thanks for joining me. Bye.